Live. Hello, everybody.
Good morning. How are our friends this morning? I have to see why this computer will not go on. There we go. All right. Okay, my friends. Okay. Good morning, everybody. How are we today?
Oh, hello, South Florida.
Oh, Bethany's here.
Hey, Bethany.
There's a rung, and the mods are here. The
Hello,
worst version
everybody.
of your dad says good morning.
England. All right. So I was starting Allison Hargreaves, and I
Hold
on.
waiting.
Page kind of stuck a little bit. Okay. And I thought I didn't know if I should do this version of her. I think that was season 2, or this version, which was season 3. So I think I'll start with this one. If I like it, then I won't do the other one, or if I don't like it, then I have the other one to fall back on.
Fair enough.
Hello, everybody.
And Steph Nerd's here, and everyone's just saying good morning. Wow, we have a lot of friends saying good morning.
Good morning, friends. Let's
The worst
see.
version of your dad, and Shinobu, and Sarah from South Florida, and Red Scout, and Birdie Tunes, and Asani.
I think I kind of want the hair to kind of...
Lily Jax is here. Brighton Chroma says good morning.
Do a little bit
Sarah
more.
And Hydra. And Martin says hi from the Ukraine. Hope you're doing
Hello.
okay, Martin. And Debian says hello. Sanisha says wow, hi. Neil says hello. Francesco. And the Dum Dino. Oh, Banana Pineapple's here and says good morning.
Hello, Banana Pineapple. We missed
Mama
you.
says hi. Brooke says good morning. Piccolo says hi. And Cooper.
Hello,
Poppy.
Piccolo. Let me see if I can get you get a little
Hi
better
from
of you.
Holland. It's nighttime here, says Neil. Well, good evening, Neil.
Good evening.
Yeet Boy says good morning. And Brandy. And Ava says, any tips on getting gouache to blend and not look over layered?
Over layered. Gosh, that is really. I wish I haven't done gouache in a bit, so I'm still a little rusty. But I think for me, a lot of that has to do with your paint water. So you got to clean out your paint water a lot, keep it fresh, because it really kind of muddies things. I don't know if that's the first thing that came to my mind.
I hope you are well. I haven't been able to make this change recently, but I'm here today and I'm excited. That's Banana Pineapple.
Thank you, Banana Pineapple. It's nice to have you back, and we are well.
Indeed. Well, we had a nice storm yesterday. Kind of cleared everything out.
Yeah. Blow dryer.
Already?
I think treating the gouache more like watercolor is definitely helping.
Okay, so Lenore says, you really love this show, don't you?
Actually, no. It was okay. it was just, if I start something, I kind of want to finish it. And there were 7 characters, and so it's in a sketchbook. So I'm like, I might as well just finish the other characters. But no, it's very rare that I go, oh my God, I absolutely love this, and just, I don't do that.
He really doesn't. I, however, do that.
Yeah, Donna
He
does.
doesn't. Yeah, I'm a little crazy that way. Star says good morning. Carl says hello.
Isn't it cool how yellow and pink just make that just glowy skin look?
Apollo says hi from Iowa. Problematic but lovable says hello from
I'm sorry.
Lithuania.
Orange and pink. Oh, hello, Lithuania.
Sarah says, good morning, Scott, and disembodied voice of wife. I'm feeling silly. Good morning.
Good morning.
Disembodied voice.
Speaking of which, Donna's going to have to get in front of the camera today because we got a package.
We don't need to talk about that. They can just see the video when it pops up. We don't need to talk about that. Yeah.
Blow dryer.
You guys, if you can see, here's your visual, guys. Scott's got about 15 napkins or paper towels on the desk to blot the paint with, and every time he turns on the blow dryer this morning, they all go flying. It's kind of funny. I don't know why specifically this morning. They don't usually, but it's kind of funny. Wow, I am really behind on comments. Okay. Today you are using gouache, is that correct?
Yes, I've been using gouache for the last few days, and I'm still, as per everybody's recommendation, I am still doing watercolors, you know, for stuff like commissions and whatnot, so I'm still keeping my practice on watercolor.
Several people want a video on brush pens.
Brush pens. Oh, there is one on the zebra brush pens. There's a video on that.
Just on brush pens. Who's in the background talking? I'm the disembodied ghost.
That's my wife.
You're no fun.
That's Donna.
Hi. Marguerite's here from British Columbia. Marguerite, look for a package.
Did we ever hear back from the other person? The other winner?
Not, and that is Living Blindly.
If Living Blindly is here,
Yep.
you won a painting.
You got a week. By the end of the week, get in touch with me or I'm
Picking somebody else.
Pick somebody else, I know. Lenore says hi from Israel.
Hello.
Let's see. Oh, Nixie's here. Hi.
Hey, Nixie.
Okay, so you are still in the Etcher Sketchbook, correct?
Yes, this is the Etcher Sketchbook.
Maya says, I've never watched Umbrella Academy. Should I watch it?
It's a pretty good show. You know, it's I'd rate it about a 5 or 6 out of 10 for me.
Okay, so give a tip on getting good at drawing without reference.
Oh God. Blow dryer. If you're just saying, so like you want to be a cartoonist or a comic book artist or something, and you want to be really the way that you can draw without reference is because you drew with reference so much that you can remember it, if that makes sense. So if you feel like you're at that point where you've drawn every car and every angle and every person and every building and every house and every cat and dog and everything else, that you have that ability to draw that stuff out of your head, then just start doing it. But for me, it's a matter of you need to learn what these shapes are and from all angles and memorize that somehow. That's how you learn to draw without reference.
Thank you. I think that's Ulier the Maker. A very sweet comment. Lily loves SMHA says, hi, I paused my answer. And that shows a lot.
Wow, I'm honored. Thank you.
Julian's first time making it in time for the beginning of a painting. Tukia says, Umbrella Academy is really good. I highly recommend it. They want a video about brushes, and they also want a video tutorial about hands. And he does have a tutorial about hands.
Yeah, there's a hands one.
Hacks playlist.
Not my favorite thing in the world, but I made it for you.
Let's see. Hi, Daniel. How do you cope with art block or get inspired to draw again? Also a video about that.
Yes, there's a video about art block.
Okay. My bestie loves Umbrella Academy and is obsessed with it, but I've never seen it, and it makes me feel like something, it's illegal. He makes me feel, I'm sorry, I don't understand the comment. My favorite weather is cloudy and some rain, and I hope it's like that today. That's Artsy Sophie.
I prefer cloudy with a chance of meatballs, but okay.
You always do. You really do like meatballs.
I do like
gotta make
meatballs.
meatballs next time I make spaghetti sauce. Scott, when you're watercolor painting outside, how do you dry your pad without your blow dryer?
Oh, I usually can't. So it'll usually take a few minutes first for paint to dry. So you try to use a little less water if you can. And so what I do is I will work on different parts. Like I'll work on the hair, and I'll work down here. So while this is drying, I'll work on something else. It's you're just kind of playing around it.
Living Blindly, you're here. We need your address. You won the Panda
You won,
painting.
Congratulations.
And they got COVID.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
I believe gouache will turn out great. Scott does not use oil paints, and Maya wants to know who your favorite character is. I'm assuming I'm with Umbrella Academy, so let's go with that.
Oh, it's definitely Klaus.
The Philosopher's Time says I did my first official digital portrait for my teacher, and he liked it so much, and guess which colors I used? Oh, Payne's Gray. Did you use Payne's Gray? I'm curious. Let's see. Hey, Scott, I love your content. You've inspired the hell out of me. Thanks for that, too.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm learning on my own, and I will get better soon than you, I bet. Just kidding.
I hope so.
That's Avantika.
Blow dryer.
Thanks. I have lots of questions. You're so funny. Yes, today he's using the Winsor & Newton gouache. For outside, you could use a bright or hot portable light. I find it dries faster than letting it sit there. He just likes the dashboard or the back seat of the car and leaves the thing open. So, okay, there's a lot of comments. Let me go back here. Hold on.
Change.
Okay, Living Blindly. There is a. Can you message me?
No, they don't know how to message you, honey.
Okay. Steph Nerd, how did we do that last time? Can you reach out to Living Blindly because Steph Nerd coordinated that for me last time?
Just give them the link to the savaart.com and they can click on the contact link.
Yeah. There you go. Yes, you can join the Discord. The mods will put the link in for us there. Oh my goodness gracious. Do you have a video explaining how to use charcoal pencils and charcoal sticks? I have previously gotten some and I have no clue if there's a right way to use them.
I do not have a video on that. It's been decades since I've used them, but I could see what I could do, but I'm sure that there are probably some better tutorials out there right now if you're in a rush.
I can't wait for a 1 million special. We were actually talking about that yesterday. Scott has tried alcohol markers. He does not use markers presently. Hi from Scotland. I love your videos.
Hello.
This is beautiful.
Thank you.
Let's see. I'm getting paint supplies because you inspired me. That's very cool. That's Maddie.
Thank you, Maddie.
We are doing very well this morning. Thank you for that. So let's see what's next. They want you to use Crayola markers
Crayola
as a
markers.
watercolor.
All right.
Good evening from the other side of the globe. That's Mio. Day one of learning to draw faces. I struggle a lot, but I will try my best.
That's what we do. We all struggle.
Yeah. I'm inking and having some coffee. That's spark art.
Oh, nice.
Yesterday I was sketching in public and some guy told me, why is it naked? Where are the eyes? Why is it bald? Still makes me laugh. What on earth?
I don't understand what makes people
People
walk
are-
up to other people
Yeah,
and say stuff.
I don't get that. Fiona Animation says your hair channel is very awesome.
Oh, thank you.
I always like to draw while watching your streams. Let's see, your hair. How many gouache palettes do you have? What tracing pens do you use? I need those. Haha.
Oh, you mean the zebra brush pens?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a link in the bio for those.
Yep. The mods put in the supply list too, so you can click on that. Blow dryer is in fact a good tip for drawing without reference. We have not seen Stranger Things season 4. How long has this been going on for? 18 minutes.
Yeah, we just started. It's currently in its ugly phase, so please be patient.
What's your favorite episode of Umbrella Academy? I haven't watched it. So
I don't remember episodes.
Okay, do you prefer pans, tubes, pencils, or markers?
Tubes.
Oh, Emma's here. She says, good afternoon. Hello,
Hi, Emma.
Emma. Sal without pretzels. I have a question. Do you have a video explaining how to use charcoal pencils? No, wait, I read that one. Sorry. When do I get oh, you have to deal with the mods on that one. Sorry. I cannot deal with that right now. Oh, your videos inspired me to get back into traditional art as well as digital.
Oh, that's great.
Yay. Emmett's here. Says, good morning.
Hello, Emmett.
What's the last show you both really enjoyed?
What was that, Reacher one? It was
I
pretty good.
liked that one. I liked it because all the bad guys got it in the end, and I don't like bad guys. That was a good show. Plus the guy was kind of hunky, kind of cute. My mom says comic book art books or real books, but it's just a book with pictures in them. I'm assuming your mom, that sentence was supposed to be, my mom says comic books aren't real books. Yeah. Well, here's the theory. That I have numerous librarian friends. Whatever it takes to get kids to read. And I will also have you know that comic books use larger words a lot of times than regular children's books. So children, it is scientifically proven that they get an actual expanded vocabulary from reading things like graphic novels.
That's where I learned the word Excelsior.
Indeed. Make the hair black. Can I join the Discord? Yes, at any point in time you can join the Discord, but we do not let people in until after the live is over.
Blow dryer. That was much easier to blow dryer. There was too much white, so I just need to.
The Human Being says hi from Australia.
Hello.
As a growing artist, you really taught me to be bold and experiment with my art. Thank you.
Great.
This is really motivating me from an art blog. That's Sam. Sonia says, hi, I started an art business. I was thinking of calling it Art and Animals since I sell paintings and animal rings. Is that a good name?
Sounds really cute.
It sounds lovely.
Blow dryer.
Okay, I have down the video on the brush pens for sure. I will add that to Scott's please try to make this list. Who is your favorite Harry Potter character?
Sirius Black.
RC Artist says, I love how the movie Animal Crackers, Zucchini always says Horatio is his henchman. It's so hilarious.
It bothers him so much too, yeah.
Your watercolor work is phenomenal. I'm getting paint supplies because you inspired me.
Oh, that's
I'm getting
great.
acrylics and watercolors and a paintbrush set. Is that a good starter?
I would stay away from acrylics, but yes.
Stop it. Let Maddie try. Do you have any tips for getting motivated to try new mediums or art styles? I want to expand my horizons, but I'm having issues finding motivation to start.
Motivation is really a matter of, I'm going to say this, please don't take this in the wrong way, because sometimes people might do that, but if you're not motivated to make art, and changing art medium still doesn't motivate you, then maybe that's not the right type of art. Like maybe you might want to do something acting or music or something else. So for me, the reason why I do this is because I wake up every day wanting to do this. And then it's just a matter of trying to justify my life because I'm doing what I want to do, but it doesn't make a lot of money. So that's the life of an artist, is we're following our passions and then we're trying to make a living doing it. If you're not passionate about this, then maybe this might not be your passion. And so again, I'm not in any way talking you out of doing art so much as saying, if you're not waking up wanting to do that particular art, maybe there's another art that you will be passionate about. Try to find that passion, find that thing that you wake up wanting to do. Don't force yourself to make art if you're just not into it.
Do you have any tips for art students struggling with keeping up with the school's expectations or experiencing burnouts?
No. School is not real life. So anything you're learning about any of that stuff has no bearing on real life. Other than, if you get a job and, you're going to have to do whatever they tell you there too. But honestly, it's you just kind of got to get through it and then go home and work on the things that you love.
I always told the boys, you have to give them what they want in school. There's absolutely no reason why outside of the classroom you have to be in those constraints. So you can have a sketchbook that has all your favorite things that you like to draw, different mediums, different whatever, things you are learning, things that you love to do yourself. But when you're doing for classroom work, you kind of have to divide your brain and go, okay, I'm going to school, I'm going to give them what they want and learn as much as I can from them, and then go and do your happy things.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
I did comic books when I was when I was in college,
Constantly.
and they hated
Yep.
that in my college. They wanted me to I was an illustration major. I had to learn illustration and blah blah blah. Yeah, all of the classical stuff, and so it was this constant struggle of I hate what I'm learning, but in the long run, the stuff that I learned helped me out. Yeah, I'm still using that, and I'm not doing comic books anymore. So you're there to learn something different, and then when you're home, do the thing that you like.
Sky Aries, first time on the stream, and wants to know how to work with watercolor pencils. Scott did a video on that, and you can go back through the Art Hacks playlist, or is it Trying Materials?
You're right. It should be under the product testing or something like that.
Under product testing, there is one that does watercolors, watercolor markers, and watercolor pencils. So take a look at those. Let's see. Richard's here. It says good morning.
Good morning, Richard.
Shop. I am sure the mods put the link in. They did indeed.
Yes, and also the t-shirts and blow dryer stuff should be live. If you go to right now, I don't think it's hooked up on our YouTube, but if they are in the shop, you guys, the t-shirts. I'm still.
Did we put a link on the SF art?
That's what I'm saying. I think Bethany did.
Yeah, I think she did too. We did not put a link yet, I don't think. We can put a link in. Yes, so the blow dryer merchandise is actually live, you guys. That's basically what, okay, let's see. Also, are you starting a new hair journal?
No.
I don't think so, guys.
Though I was curious to see how I would do the hair journal in gouache now.
Spark Art says, I'm applying for a job at Michael's and I'm 15 and that's one of my dream jobs. Got any tips for applying?
Oh, no, it's not like they're going to check your portfolio or anything like that, but I think they would like to know,
that you're into art.
That you know the different art supplies that you could help people out, et cetera, et cetera.
Miriam, Scott has the travel brushes, which are a very good price, and those are linked in the shop as well, in the bio as well. Have you ever tried hyper realistic drawing?
Yeah, I mean,
What is hyper realistic?
realistic.
Oh, okay.
It's just you're trying to fool the eye.
Oh, it's thinking it's a real thing.
Yeah. I can do realistic. Hyper realistic takes a little more patience than I'm willing to put in. But realism's pretty easy. You're just looking at a photo and you're just copying what you see exactly, and it's just I did that in high school. But yeah, I
Okay. An acrylic challenge sketchbook sounds interesting. Somehow I don't think that's going to happen.
blow dryer. Hey Adam, thanks for hopping in. No, I don't think I do art classes online. I'm not really a teacher, and I'm just kind of enjoying making art, and I think there are people who are trained to be teachers, and I would trust them, though I don't like the ones that tell people that their art is bad.
You guys, he's not going to do a sketchbook of acrylic. I'm just throwing that out there. It ain't going to happen, guys. Okay. Sometimes college is more to learn to follow directions and less about the actual content.
Yeah.
Brandy, you are spot on. Exactly. Also, I think they're trying to teach you how to work in a group and work with within the confines of what your boss is going to do. Any tips for interviewing for a job, specifically on animation, other than a compelling art portfolio? What other employable qualities do most animation companies look for? And this is Carl from yesterday who had all the questions.
Hey, Carl. Animation jobs. I've never had to interview somebody or be interviewed for a full-time job. It's always just for my, hey, can you do this? Can you do this work? And so it's always been based on my portfolio and my rate. That said, I think if someone's
That's
gonna...
not true. You just don't remember interviewing for those positions.
No, I'm saying I have not been hired as an animator for at a Pixar or a Disney where I'm going to be working in the thing. It's always been based on my
But what about Malibu Interactive?
Okay, honey.
Was it still based on your portfolio?
Honey, he's talking about animation, not comic books, not video games. I was a game designer there.
Okay. But you did animation at some point.
I always did animation, but that wasn't what...
Specifically what? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, cleared that one up.
I'm just trying to follow.
No, I'm sure everybody is so much clearer.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll just go upstairs.
Oh, I'm gonna go home and eat worms now, right?
I am.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll go eat worms.
The thing is,
Juicy ones. Sweet ones.
she just needs to keep talking.
Yucky worms.
See what you started, Carl? I hope you're recording this and you're going to put this up on TikTok for everybody to hear.
Okay, you need to stop.
Yeah, I don't know, Carl. I think if it's just based on your portfolio, then that's your portfolio. If they want to get to know you, then that's more of an HR thing. They want to know if you're going to be a good person, if you're going to come in to work on time, if you're a team player, that kind of stuff. Those are two completely separate things. It has nothing to do with your talent or your rates.
What's the GSM of the sketchbook paper, please?
I think it's 300. Blow dryer.
Fiona drew your profile picture and didn't know if it turned out okay.
Well, I'd love to see it.
We would love to see that. Every time I hear Mr. Clock, I think he is jealous. He's not getting his own portrait.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I remember you once mentioned how we copied those that inspire us.
Yeah.
That we can copy but modify things we see. I used to hate this, hate myself for this because I thought I was just not good enough.
No. First of all, you're welcome to copy or trace or whatever anybody's artwork, any copyrighted material. You're welcome to do that for your own education. You can even post it. I think the right thing to do is always to give credit of who you copied. The only time you need to worry about like stuff like copyright is when you're dealing with making prints and stuff like that. But that said, it's a good way to learn, and don't be ashamed of learning or stealing elements from other artists. That's what they did. That's how they, like, Norman Rockwell didn't invent Norman Rockwell style. Norman Rockwell stole from J.C. Leyendecker and a whole bunch of other people because that's who he admired. And you need to let go of that that fear or that shame that society put on you.
Any thoughts on surrealism or like slightly unsettling realistic art?
It's art. It's just not the style that I personally like. That's all. But yeah, it's 100% art. So I've been having a difficult time trying to figure out how I'm going to do hair with gouache. Like, I really like how I do hair with the watercolor, and I want to find a way to do that with gouache. Or do I find a completely different thing? And I don't know, but I want to incorporate that Muka-esque.
Yeah, you seem to like really define hair, and it doesn't look like with what you're doing with gouache, you have to find a new way to do the definition specifically.
Yeah.
Because you seem to really enjoy the.
So like, I don't know if I should go in and start doing the ink lines, and treat it more like watercolor, and
we have to try that. I think.
That's what I'm saying. So this is
kind
of trying different stuff as I'm going.
Please tell Maddie what paper you're using right now.
This is an Etcher Labs sketchbook. It is a hot press sketchbook.
Flannel Jenkins says, hello, Mr. Scott and Mrs. Donna, new to the community.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome. We're happy you're here.
Flannel Jenkins.
Brendan Coughlin says, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Phoenix Risen's here. Hi. And says, how's Arwen doing? Arwen is fine. She boycotted coming downstairs today for some strange reason. And has refused to eat breakfast. So she's hanging out upstairs. Let's see. This is an Etcher Labs sketchbook. What size is it? I think it's a B6.
4 by 6.
Yeah, it's a B6 size.
It's very small.
Yeah.
This is the size of my hand. So.
And 300 GSM paper, I think. I am drawing together with you. That's eye guy. You ever done anything like landscapes or things other than portraits?
Yeah. I mean, not large ones, but I have, my travel journal. I have, like places I've gone and.
I love guys from Tashoma in Jamaica.
We go places and sketch stuff.
That's the extent of his landscapes.
Blow dryer. All right, I think I'm gonna try to finish up the face, and then I'll finish off with the hair.
Okay. Did you want to know what his favorite painting is of all time? Did you want to know what his favorite painting is as far as another artist's painting? Did you want to know what his favorite painting is in the sketchbook? If you could give me a little more info, that would be great. This is my first time watching it live.
Oh, welcome.
And it's so cool you're doing this too. That's Shreya.
Thank you. Welcome.
Did you ever lose your inspiration? Oh,
yeah.
Howdy, did he ever?
Oh, yeah. I did just digital. I did animation for like 10 years and didn't paint. And I missed it.
You motivated me a lot not to give up and have fun with coloring.
Oh, that's nice.
Sorry, little spider there. Got rid of him. What colors are good for lighting?
I mean, the lighting sets the mood. So you really want to, there are no one colors. You know, you can have blues, you could have yellows, you could have greens. I mean, every color gives a different mood.
Just wanted to let you know your art is incredible and I absolutely love it. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
How do you pick reference pictures when it comes to drawing characters?
Well, you start to find that you like certain angles or you like certain attitudes, or you know, sometimes just a photo just captures you and you're like, oh, that's just such a cool photo, or I love that expression. And but you start to learn, you can kind of start to see in your mind what it would look like when you paint it, which is kind of cool.
Okay, 2 important questions. Do you have any recommendations for a good multimedia sketchbook?
Yes, the Canson XL is a good watercolor. There's a link in my shop.
And it comes in multiple sizes.
Yeah, it's a really good one. Blow dryer. Okay, I'm at this point where I'm nervous that it's gonna look like crap, so please forgive me.
Well, while you're being nervous, why don't you give Maria tips on making a portfolio for school?
Oh, well, I think they're gonna want to see your style, especially depending on your what your major's gonna be. So, like, if it's fashion, they're going to want to see what kind of fashion stuff that you do. If it's illustration, et cetera, et cetera. But I think also they're going to want to know that you have a. I haven't been in school in 40 years, but or 30 years. But what they're probably going to be looking for is something that stands out from everybody else. So, like, if you have a portfolio filled with, you know, the same character anime drawing that you've been doing, your original character, that's pretty much what all of the artists do. And so try to, you know, study the masters, add something to, that's all any art director is looking for, is show me what sets you apart from everybody else.
Do you ever mess up your brushes?
Yeah. I mean, these are Etcher Labs brushes, which are pretty good. So far, they've been holding up pretty well. But normally, I use the cheap travel brushes, which are generally bulletproof.
Ava says, I'm using gouache right now and I'm refreshing my water more frequently and it seems to be helping.
Good.
Let's see. Using reference definitely helped me improve at learning. I used to get negative comments when I told them to use reference. We are all inspired by someone and something.
Yeah.
And Anastasia says, okay, I'm stealing your color method then.
Please do.
Let's see. When you say you don't like a style, is it that you don't like to do it or because you don't like how it looks?
It depends. Like if you're talking about like surrealism, it's just not appealing to me. In the same way like country music isn't appealing to me. It's just not my thing. I don't judge it, or the people who like it. It's just not something that I'm attracted to. And that's okay. You know, we don't have to like everything.
It's very subjective.
Yeah, art is subjective.
Did you talk about color layering?
I don't know how to explain that right now.
Okay. Why don't I just make a note of that for later? Do you like Metallica?
I never really got into them. I mean, I was in my teens when they came out. My friend Dave really liked them.
Oh, he loves them.
But they just didn't do it for me.
What is your favorite place to paint?
In the Hobbit hole.
Let's see.
Unless you mean like what place do I like to paint?
They didn't say. What are the first art supplies you remember getting and using as a kid?
Paper and pencil.
Let's see. You're an amazing artist. You're better than me. What are some tips that you have?
Oh, geez. Thank you.
I would start with the Art Hacks playlist. There's a bazillion tips in
Yeah,
there.
there's a ton of stuff there.
Mhm.
But I always say draw every day. Draw everything. Don't just draw the things you like.
What's your favorite sketchbook theme? That's a good question.
I liked the hair journal. I thought that was fun. But I kind of had fun with like stuff like the Harry Potter and stuff.
I know you're a fan of Seal. Have you ever painted him?
I have not.
Do you think you can do any more Pride art?
Yes, I would love to. So I'm trying to figure out how to blend these colors. I'm trying to figure out why she doesn't look like the character. Just letting you guys know all of the things that are going through my mind right now. I'm trying to figure this out. It's not really looking very good. And
What was your longest phase of art that now you really can't do as good anymore?
the colored pencils, I think.
Myra says, I finally watched Animal Crackers yesterday. You did such a great job on it, Scott.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see.
Darn.
You did say you're going to do all of the characters from Umbrella Academy, correct?
Yeah, all 7.
I love your art, your kindness, and creativity. Please keep doing what you do. Much love.
Thank you. Blow dryer.
Okay, so there's like 3 really good questions back to back here. When you use the blow dryer, why do you cover the other page?
Oh, this other page is being covered just so that I don't get paint on it. That's all. It's not for the blow dryer. It's just so I don't get paint on it.
How do you know what your style is? This is Aaron asking.
You don't. but you can consciously work towards building up your style by studying other artists.
How do you know when you've gotten to the point where you feel comfortable with it and go, this is my style? That's me adding to that.
I don't know if you ever do. Though I was feeling really comfortable with my watercolors, and everybody's like, you should totally try going back to gouache. But I was feeling pretty comfortable with the watercolor style that I had.
Oh my gosh, I just noticed you have a simple color for a background with art. I don't know the right background. Please, what tips do you have for correct background coloring?
All I'm doing here is I'm just trying to select a color, and I'll usually figure it out later. But
can we also focus on the word correct, because there really isn't a correct?
Yeah, there is no correct one. You guys notice I'm just coming in with colored pencils right now because I'm not happy with the shapes. So I feel more confident with my drawing than I do my painting. So I am coming in with drawing to see if I can clean this up a little bit.
Micah Draws says, hi Scott, I really like your art lessons. They really helped me improve my drawing. Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
Any tips for full body anatomy?
Yeah, I mean, there's a video where I referenced that a couple books, and you can see those books in my art in the art resources, right?
Left-handed Draw says B for butter.
B for butter.
Let's see. We have watched Stranger Things. We did the first 3 seasons. We have not started the 4th season. Your eyes and nose sketches. Oh, there you go. Really made my drawings way better now.
Oh, thank you.
Hello there. That's so pretty.
Oh, thank you. It's really, I'm having some problems with it, so.
Can you do a series where you draw one of your fans' art in your art style?
I could try. Okay, I think I've cleaned her up a little bit. Now can I paint over that?
Oh, I've read Eligible, Marguerite, I've read that. Okay, Friday Cat, I've been having trouble with noses. I've seen your video about it, but I still can't really do it, so do you have any tips? Thanks.
I mean, you saw the video, it's not really helping you. I had more information, I would do my best to help you. I just don't know what more I could tell you.
Do you like making art with clay?
I do. I've not done it more than just dabbling. I would love to do it, for real one day.
What type of paper is ideal for art? I'm thinking of going more seriously into art, and I need a start or comparisons. And I thought, why not ask a professional?
Depends on the medium. You use different materials, different papers for different mediums.
So what is a frizz? What type of medium are you going to use?
Watercolor, gouache, acrylics, pastels.
I love the way Scott says butter.
Butter.
Will you ever make a handmade sketchbook?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's not on my bucket list or anything.
It's on mine. I would love to learn how to make paper and make a book. I would love to do that. What inspired you to start painting?
I got bored of colored pencils.
Is it a difference as watercolor? Definitely.
Watercolor? Then you just want to get I have a link in my bio for decent, like the Canson watercolor paper is decent. If you want, if you don't like that, or you get bored of that, then go to 100% cotton watercolor paper.
Oh, Jamie's here. Hi, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie.
How's it going? What's your least favorite medium other than oil pastels, of course?
Acrylics.
Yeah, he doesn't like acrylics. Please do a One Direction portrait. Oh boy. And Harry Styles. You guys. Oh my god. What art supplies are you using right now?
I'm using an Etchelab sketchbook,
Mm-hmm.
Etchelab's paintbrushes, and Winsor & Newton gouaches.
From the tubes.
From the tubes.
Not the McDonald's packets.
Yes.
How do you get inspired to do art?
I get inspired by other artists, by the art around the world.
He gazes at my beauty.
Gazing at my wife's beauty.
Okay.
Now, guys, I'm not really feeling this one. I feel like I might be able to come back to it.
Well, I don't care for her hair. The face is
The
lovely.
hair I haven't really gotten to, but yeah.
The face is lovely, but the hair is kind of like out there.
You know, it's funny with the watercolors. I had done it so much that I was able to, I kind of made. It's very systemic, very practiced, very rigid. Okay, what's the word I'm thinking of? But I was able to kind of work my way through things pretty easily.
You had a flow to it, right? You knew what you were doing and you had a flow.
Yeah, it was just very practiced, and so I could do that. But with this, I'm still learning, and I feel bad because you guys are watching me kind of figure things out. I don't know if that's very, for lack of a better term, entertaining.
Let's see. Have you ever tried digital art?
Not painting. I did 3D animation and 3D comics.
Have you ever tried making anime characters in your style?
Oh yeah. Got a bunch of them. You can see some videos here and there.
Time Warrior. What exactly are you going to use the pencil for? And then we can give you a recommendation. Are you looking for colored pencils? Are you looking for pencils to sketch with? What are you looking for? Luca says, hey, I really love your art and style. You're my idol.
Oh, thank you very much, Luca.
Do you watch anime?
Not anymore, no.
Yes, the human beings, a shout out to the moms. They are doing a fantastic job. And I could not do this without them. So thank you, all of you, very much. Lewis says, hello, Scott and Scott's wife.
Hello.
With a little waving hand. Good morning. Yes, we have commissions available in the store. You can pop over there.
So I think this is just something that would take a little longer.
Oh, Jamie's off today. Yay, she gets a
Oh,
break.
good.
We are good, Jamie, except that I worked all day yesterday, much to my chagrin.
Oh, that was
It was
so horrible. Donna had to work.
It was terrible. Usually I am
Lounging.
laying on my fainting couch, fainting all day long, and I couldn't do that yesterday. Do you think it's important to try new mediums? Because I like exploring all the different types of mediums.
I think it is. I think it's a good thing to try new stuff.
I think it's good to learn.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I'm enjoying this. It's different though when you're doing it for a group of people, and I feel like this is not entertaining.
A couple people have comments on that, so let me get down to those.
They're like, yeah, get to the good stuff.
If given another chance to choose a career, would you or would you not take art once more, knowing that it will be difficult?
Oh, I think so. I mean, I think if I, not that I would ever want to go back in time, but if I did go back in time, there's so many things I could have done knowing what I know now. But I don't have any regrets, like, I wish I would have done this, or it's just now I'm so much smarter at these things. Like I would have joined YouTube a long time ago, that kind of thing. But all that to say is, I'm happy being an artist.
He is really, genuinely. Would you rather you could never paint or never draw?
Never paint.
Mm-hmm. If you took away a pencil from him and a sketchbook, that would be complete horror. It's always fun watching a live. He does not like acrylics. I'm not even gonna ask him that question. He dislikes acrylics. Do you know a way not to be anxious about art?
No. I'm anxious right now.
Okay, thank you so much, says Izzy. You guys are so kind. I really struggle a lot lately with different medications, and watching your videos and seeing you pop up in my feed makes me smile.
Oh, well, is that Izzy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's Izzy DeFrizz.
Izzy, I hope you feel better, and I hope they figure it out. 'Cause I know going through different medications is always frustrating.
Scott is right there with you for his stomach issues.
Yeah.
Jamie says, I'm happy to be off today. How are you guys? We're good.
Good. I'm not having the best.
He's not really enjoying the gouache today. We've been on here for about an hour. Mr. Clock should be going soon. Run says, hey Scott, I just got my Winsor & Newton cotton watercolor travel kit and it's amazing.
Oh,
Thanks for recommending it
fantastic.
and being an inspiration.
My pleasure.
Oh, please tag us in what you paint. We'd love to see it.
Yeah, if you ever feel comfortable posting something, tag us.
Aaron says, I think it looks good. Maybe add a little more light than shadow if possible. Might help. You're painting right now.
Oh, thank you.
Oh boy, oh boy. Scott, do you like Doctor Who?
I did, yeah. I was Tom Baker, Fourth Doctor fan.
Thank you for inspiring me and a whole lot of other people online and in real life. I hope you know the good and amazing impact you have on the world.
Oh, that makes me feel
That's
so good.
marvel and art, and I think now you're going to make me cry a little bit.
Thank you so much.
Is cheap watercolor different from the expensive ones?
Yeah, mostly you're going to notice it in the long run. So it's made for students and it's made for, it doesn't have the light fastness. So if you do a piece you really like, in 10 years it might be faded.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it.
Zane sent you a tip and
Oh,
says,
thank you.
what's the earliest piece of art you can recall making when you were a kid?
Oh, I have it. It's a Spider-Man drawing.
Yep. Don't feel bad. It's very inspiring, Scott. It makes me happier knowing that it's normal to struggle sometimes.
Oh, it's very normal for me. It's a daily thing for me.
Do you do art for a living? Thinking of becoming a full-time artist makes me anxious. I don't know why. Oh, that's Un Rippy.
Yeah, I mean, technically, right now, like the last few months, we have been I've been a full-time artist.
Pause.
Hold on. All right, but normally my day job is making movies.
The human being says, Scott, seeing you struggle with a now unfamiliar art medium. Hold on, gosh dang it, come on, computer. Holy macaroni. Sorry, this computer is giving me agita again. Seeing you struggle with a now unfamiliar art medium is super encouraging. If you are not perfect, then I can't expect perfection from myself.
Oh, well, thank you. There is no such thing as perfection, especially in art. But I'm
There's
not.
no perfection in life either.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable.
We're all doing the best we can. You know? That's it. Do you listen to Jason Mraz music?
I do like Jason Mraz.
Me too.
Yeah.
How do you get your portraits to look like people? When I make portraits, people don't know who's in the painting business because they all look the same.
It's right now I am looking at the photo and then looking at my painting and then looking at the photo and looking at my painting. I'm going, what's different? It's kind of like, you know, those games where they say, can you spot the difference in these pictures? and you gotta look back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It's kind of like that. So I'm at this phase where I'm looking back and forth between the two, going, what's different? Is, you know, are my eyes off? Is this part off? Is that part off? What's drawing my attention when I look back and forth? And sometimes sometimes you have to put your art into a mirror to see it backwards, because you get so used to looking at it this way.
I have seen you do that.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered being a teacher? I know you say you're just another student, but in my case, you've taught me so much.
Oh, thank you. I think what I'm doing on YouTube and TikTok is kind of as far as I want to go with this, because I don't know that much. Like even yesterday, I posted a thing about the B&H pencil. I had no idea why they were B&H. Like I did a quick Google search, but it's not really, you know, like I'm not that educated, and I don't have a desire to be educated either. I mean, I know it sounds silly, but
we're learning along with you guys.
Yeah.
Time Warrior wants to know if you ever paint out of boredom. He does.
No,
and he gives himself things to do when he's gets to. I mean, right now, if you guys can see this, on the door to the Hobbit hole, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30 Post-its. That is how Scott keeps track of the things he needs to do. So when he has gotten down to there's no Post-its on the door, yes, he will paint or do something out of boredom. And Boonvesh, and if I butchered your name, I apologize. Sir, which is preferable, loose watercolor sheets or watercolor journal? Please answer.
That's preference. I like the journals because it gives me a place to keep all of the art. Otherwise, they sit in the drawer. That's again my preference. Mm-hmm. But you know, I mean, I do both because I'll either do paintings for myself or I'll do commissions where, you know, I've got to send people something. So it just depends. For me, it's both.
Izzy is cute. I'm going to remember what you said in my journey to recovery. Thank you so much. Do you often get recognized in public?
Nope, only once.
One time. Thank goodness.
And it was a catastrophe.
Oh, it was funny.
It was a disaster.
Was sweet. It was cute. She was all about you. It was so funny. Sashwat says, it is literally a pleasure to have a great artist as you, Scott. You have taught me so much.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Mennonite got a new dog. What kind of dog did you get? Let's see. Who's your favorite character from Stranger Things?
I don't know.
You've been asked if you were ADHD. Scott, weird question. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Are you ADHD? I know I use Post-its to keep myself organized, and that made me curious. To which Bethany replies, he technically tested negative, but as an ADHD person, I unequivocally say that his test was wrong. I live with him. I also think his test was wrong.
I think they were dead on for the autism thing.
What are your pronouns?
I am a he, him.
And how do you get really good at drawing?
Practice.
What does practice mean?
You do it every day. It's, you know, if you can, you know, I've had a couple people say, well, sometimes I can't do it every day. That's fine, you know. I'm just saying that's how you get better.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Pencils, HBB was great. I'm sure they went over that in drawing class as Marguerite. Any tips on doing animals? I'm bad at drawing.
No, I did a couple videos but they weren't like how to draw animals so much as just do this with me.
Interesting. Here's an interesting question we have not had before. MTAR says, hello. So my son has been cranking out a lot of artwork, but it has been hard to find ways to store them. I recall your mom kept some of her work and yours. Can you tell me the best way to store it?
The best way to store them is in a portfolio if you can. You can buy a portfolio, and there are some with sheets. Here, I'm going to take a break.
You okay?
No, I'm just not liking it. So,
Change of the glasses.
this is the pile of shame. So you can get one of these, which is made by, of course, this one doesn't have. I think it's Itoya. Here you go. Art Folios. Itoya Art Folio. And they come with these plastic sheets.
And the black papers in
And black papers in the middle. And it keeps them protected, and you can flip through your pages, and I think that's a really, really nice way to do that. This one's 13 by 19. They come in a whole bunch of different sizes. You can get them at the art stores. I would recommend that.
Human Being says you'll hate on acrylic too much. If you get cheap acrylics, they can be really fun to make a mess and play with.
I bet.
No, Izzy, you're sweet.
Well, I think I am going to just stop here and walk away from it. I think I'm just not liking it, but I might be able to come back in and salvage it later.
What do you recommend for a new artist supplies? Cheap but good quality. Love your videos.
Well, it depends on what medium you want to get into. And thank you. Blow dryer.
Seems a little odd to me. Don't take that wrong. And
I don't take it wrong at all.
I think it's probably just that the other eye is a lot more detailed.
I was just gonna.
I think that's the. You want to say the longest? What's the longest you've ever spent making art?
It would be the Animal Crackers movie poster.
Why do you work standing up?
Oh, I had hurt my back playing hockey. I was a goalie for a while, and it's just easier for me to stand.
Plus, there's no pain that way.
Yeah.
Let's see. Why don't you do a digital one, or have you tried digital earlier?
I have not tried digital painting. I just don't have the tools for it.
Aaron says you can also make art portfolios. Just get a big piece of paper cardstock and then fold it hot dog style, and then tape the sides to decorate it.
Well, that's
a
good
great idea.
Yeah.
Will this be continued on the next live stream? I'm very interested to see how this artwork ends.
I don't know. I mean, I think my gut is that I'm gonna probably noodle with it and see if I like it. And if I don't, I will do her again on this page with this photo reference. Sometimes it's the photo reference, and sometimes it's the sometimes it's me. So yeah. So it just depends.
Mouse wants to know if you always start at the front of a notebook or do you pick a random page? For me, the first page is always a bit daunting.
I did a video on the first page of sketchbooks, and I always like to do a nice first page of sketchbook, but in this case I was like, oh, I haven't done gouache in forever, so I started on this page and didn't like it. So then I changed mediums and I went, ooh, I like this. So then I went back to this page and did that, and I like that. So then I went back and I did this page. So I'm kind of all over the place. And then now I'm not liking this one, so I may do this one. But all that to say is, normally I will do a
Be careful of the wet paint.
nice first page in a sketchbook.
And some people prefer to mess up the first page of their sketchbook so they don't feel the pressure. They'll literally draw squiggles or doodles or something like that.
Oh, thank you, Joshua.
Alchemy says, I have a high desk too. And Jane says, have you ever shown your first ever drawing on the channel you mentioned you had?
Yeah, here, I'll go get it.
Friday Cat, what was the first time you realized you wanted to be an artist?
It was in high school. You know, when we kind of had to start thinking about what career we would want.
Is it easy or hard to master watercolor?
I don't know about master, but you feel comfortable with watercolor. You know, you got to give yourself some months, though. You know, it's not like the first time you try it. You gotta learn it. You gotta practice with it. So this is my
Emmett skips the first page altogether, so there's no pressure at all.
first drawing, Spider-Man.
Gouache paints are hot press paper.
And you can see my signature right there.
Look at you. By Scott. That's so cute.
So I don't know. I was maybe 7 or 8.
They would like you to flip through which journal did you want to see? The travel
The travel journal?
Or did you want to see the art journal? Which one do you want to see? So flip the journal once again.
Oh, this one?
But I need to
maybe?
know which journal. I don't know. I don't know which one I want.
So I'm still got to work on this one. And then we'll add Diego.
Wow, your first drawing. For your first drawing, that's amazing, says Jane.
Thanks.
They want to flip through the travel journal.
Oh, I'm still, there's pages I haven't finished yet, but so this is, we were driving back from California in October.
What's the latest you've ever stayed up making art?
Oh gosh, in high school. I mean, in college, it was probably like 1 or 2 or 3.
Do you like gouache or watercolor more?
Watercolor.
You're really inspirational, and I started watercolors and I tried to use your techniques. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Are you proud of your first drawing from when you were a kid?
Yeah, I think it's cute. So we went, you know, these are just places that we go. Obviously, we're not traveling too much. These are, you know, drives.
How many journals do you have now? Oh, good Lord.
Probably 30 or so.
So many. Oh, bye, Richard.
Hi, Richard.
Okay. Good to go. I have A4 papers and I draw on both sides without thinking of saving them. Maybe I should start drawing on a journal.
Yeah, journals are fun.
Do you have any tips for someone starting on watercolors?
You get good paper. The paper makes all the difference.
What's your favorite place you visited?
See, this is where I still need to ink. Favorite place to visit
That you have visited.
that I've visited. London is pretty.
Would you ever do Friends, the TV show journal?
Not a whole journal, no, but I might do some drawings once for people, and that's it. So I gotta finish the Ren Fair and the zoo and our second trip to the art museum.
Any words for artists who post daily for views rather than for improving their skills? I sometimes this promotes me to do more, but at the same time, I know I'm not improving, so any improvement tip?
So it sounded like you started saying any tips for artists who go
Post daily for views rather than for improving their skills.
Well, I think if you're posting daily, meaning if you're making art daily, I think you're going to improve. So I don't think there's anything wrong with posting your art daily. If it's the same art every day, then yeah, you're not really improving. But I think making art every day is going to help you improve. I mean, that's my 2 cents.
Okay. What's your favorite type of journal to work in? That's a loaded question.
I really like these. This is, here, I'll just go get.
A blank one?
Yeah. I really like these. This is the Be Creative. I like it because each page is really thick. I love the texture, but they're separate. Whereas, these I've got to worry about the pages kind of bleeding together, or when I open them, they don't kind of open flat 100%. These are fun, but I just think I like the texture and I like the feel of these sketchbooks, and the pages are so rigid. And the other thing is, if anything ever happened where I just didn't like this page, I can always rip it out without it affecting anything. The one drawback is sometimes when I'm working on this page, my hand is hitting the spirals, and that bothers me. So usually what I'll do is I'll rotate it, and that kind of flattens it out a little bit. But other than that, I really like this.
Do you prefer watercolor in pans or tubes, and what brand is best for you?
I like the tubes, and I use Winsor and Newton.
You have plenty of artistic behaviors for a long time, and they are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
How do you make sure your tape is straight when you tape down paper for watercolor? That's a great question.
I eyeball it, so it's never perfectly straight.
Now, that being said, this man can eyeball and cut with an X-Acto knife, and it floors me every time.
Well, it's
because I can't do that.
Look, the thing is that the proper way to do it is to just measure. You just measure a quarter of an inch, half an inch, whatever you want to do on one end, and then the other you just draw a straight line. But I've just found that for me, eyeballing it is close enough.
Livy Lou, who says, thanks. LOL, I'm left-handed, so I have the problem, but the other way. With the
Yeah.
on there. Do you ever wish there was an undo button when making art?
Oh, all the time. I mean, like I said, I'm what I'm dealing with right now is trying to get comfortable with the medium. If this was watercolor and ink, I will have had a lot of practice. My watercolor and ink stuff is definitely more cartoony.
Be careful that's not still wet.
It's not. Yeah. So if you look at these,
Just for the record, be careful because you're going in and out of focus sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can see they're two different mediums or two different styles.
They look totally different.
This one I am very comfortable with because I've been doing it so much. But I love the brush strokes and there's so much that I do love in this, but I also feel much more comfortable with that. I like Harry Potter more than Stranger Things, 100%.
Battlebrooks says, I forgot to mention some good news. I'm coming out to my dad as trans at the end of this month, and next month I'm starting the process to legally change my name. I'm very excited.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to you.
That's
friend.
wonderful.
That is very exciting for you.
What paper do I use for commissions? I use the Canson watercolor paper for commissions.
Well, sometimes you use the Arches paper too.
Only for like an expensive one, yeah.
Okay. Love from Brazil.
Thank you, thank
Do
you.
you sometimes add things to your paintings while you're painting them?
Yes, yeah, I will
Every
change my
single
mind.
moment.
I will have an idea of what do you think if I do this and should I do that?
No, you do not get a face reveal this morning. I'm sorry. I have no makeup on or no lipstick, and that doesn't happen. And no, I wish I could draw, but I do not. I journal instead. I actually prefer journaling. I like to write. What's your favorite brush to draw? Would love to know.
My favorite brush to paint with?
I think so, yeah.
I like
your brush pen.
my brush pens.
I don't know.
Okay, well, my favorite brushes are these, just these cheap, and I got a new set. These are the travel set. They look like this. This is the older one.
Oh, Amelia wants to know if you think you could make a video on how to make a sunset, please.
A sunset.
Yep. I think that's a great idea. It could be part like some people asking for a landscape and part like specifically a sunset. I like that.
I could look into it.
Oh, Heather says Windsor watercolors are on sale on Amazon right now. I got a small one for 53% off.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's great news. Thanks for sharing that. I've really progressed in my art because of you. You helped me draw eyes and mouths, and I figured out how to draw hands by myself. My family and classmates think my art is amazing.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's your favorite face to draw? Well, it better be mine. Or you're in big trouble. Do you have any tips for artists who want to try and improve how they paint skin tones and watercolor?
Yeah, there is a video on painting skin tones with watercolor.
Okay, let's see. Any tips for color? That's where I struggle the most.
I'm supposed to do a video on color theory.
Yep.
I don't really know it very well, but I will see what I can come up with.
Let's see. We did the paper for the commissions. Shadows. That's the other one people are asking for is shadows. Guys, I'm trying to get him to do that.
I definitely
Shadows
sketch before I definitely sketch before I paint.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely get those pencils down.
I find every time I use hot press paper, it just reacts horribly to water.
Yes, hot press is for gouache.
Mm-hmm.
Cold press is for watercolor.
Have you ever considered doing longer form videos outside of the shorts?
I have, and I've done a few, and then no one sees them. So, I did one where I interviewed Huey Lewis, and I did a sketch of him. I did the one about Spider-Man and how I got to do Spider-Man, and only maybe 30,000 people saw it compared to the millions that see the shorts. So yes, I've made them, but it's different because I've been doing videos and the shorts are getting 5, 6, 7, 10 million views, and if I go over, if it's a minute and 1 second, I'll get 10,000 views. And there's nothing wrong with 10,000 views. It's just I'm reaching a much wider audience with the shorts.
Nicholas says, is it just me or are the scans of my art uglier than the art itself? Does anyone else have this problem?
Sometimes you have to clean them up. I clean up my art, my scans in Photoshop. Sometimes I'll use the burn tool to get the blacks blacker. I will up the saturation. Sometimes you have to do that stuff to match it. So you look at the scan, you hold up your art, and you adjust it.
Oh, the Dragon Oracle says, my daughter and I enjoy watching your videos. My little dragon requests that we give you a big hello.
Oh.
She's been painting up a storm.
Hello, little dragon.
Hi, little dragon. We would love to see some of your paintings if the big dragon would send them to us. We would love to see what you're painting. I know you say you're not a teacher, but you were the art teacher I never had.
Oh.
That's so sweet. Let's see.
The only digital works would be the Dreamland Chronicles, which is my comic, and Spider-Man, Quality of Life. If you look up, there is a video where I got to do Spider-Man. Okay, everybody, I think I'm gonna wallow in some self-pity and maybe come back and clean this up. So if I do, I will show you on Friday. I may paint her again, or I might erase that and just do Diego. But we'll see. I also might need to just take a step away from gouache for a day or two and do other things. So we'll see. We'll see.
Some suggestions.
Oh, Donna has suggestions. And yes, I've done lots of anime art. You can see some of them in some of the other lives. All right. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, guys.
It's not a mistake. Says I'm 13 and struggling with motivation with my art. Do you have any tips?
Yeah. There's a video on what to do about art block. You could maybe try that for now. And if that still doesn't click, then just let me know.
Okay.
Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.